guys, look. We've got a Dollar Tree gift bag. Really pretty scenery. It's not necessarily tutti frutti, but it's colorful. So I want to show you how you can take a gift bag and kind of make it look like a painting. So we're going to cut it out. Not the most gracious or whatever cutting these things out, but anyhow, just cut it out. And I'm using the side without the glitter because I want it to look kind of like a painting and not, you know, in a painting all that glitter wouldn't necessarily play into that. Goodness gracious, man, cutting these big old things. But I can tell you, just for myself, I'm really wanting this side with this tree, so I want to make sure that I get cut out along the edge here. Ugh. Gracious. Now, finally. But like I said, I did not use this side with the glitter. Although the side with the glitter is beautiful. But anyhow, so now we're going to take the hanger off. Save the hanger, guys. This is a perfectly good hanger that we can use for another craft, for sure. So save that hanger. Okay. And then you can just, some of them you can just lift up. This one you can just lift up. It's going to have a little bit of a, right there. Just be careful that you don't tear into your bag, okay? Now right here it has a fold, of course, because it was the back side. So I'm going to use my little iron and just iron along that fold a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to kind of iron it out so it's not so prevalent when we use it. See, then it doesn't show up as much when we iron it. Okay, let me cut that little iron off because that gets me in lots of trouble. Now what we're going to do, and the glitter from the other side, I guess they ran them through pretty close, and so it got a little bit, so I'm going to kind of just scrape that off. Yours may not have any glitter on it. Mine's got just a little residual amount. Now what we're going to do, because we've got the whole thing here, we're going to take a chip brush, and you want a chip brush because you want the rough edges. Make sure you pull. Now this isn't as chippy as some. This one kind of has a flat side, but it'll still be rough. It'll still be rough. Okay, we're going to take matte Mod Podge. Now you can use glossy, but I want matte for mine. And we're just going to take and you make X's in your Mod Podge. You don't want any straight lines, and the reason we're using a chip brush is we want to see the lines, because I don't know if y'all paid attention to an oil painting, but you can see like the definition of the painting. So that's what we're creating, is some definition by going in our X marks, kind of wavy mark, whatever, you know, whatever you want to go, however you want to do it. And if y'all missed my earlier 2 lives, guys, you got to go back and see them. They were awesome. I did some Tutti Frutti ornaments, and then I took the leftover glue, and we did a dirty pour on a small vase, which I could have used a bigger vase, but that's beside the point. And then what was poured over from the dirty pour vase, I used to do a stretch canvas. So we got 3 crafts out of one craft, sort of, because we used the glue. We didn't let it go to waste. Now I'm making sure that I get down in here all the edges, because I know the frame that I'm going to use is a little bit smaller than this, but I don't want the two holes, so I've got to go all the way down. So I'm hoping, I don't know that it'll reach, but I'm hoping it'll reach all the way down, hoping that it will. So now we're going to just give that a little bit of a dry. Because we're going to go, once we get this first coat dry, then we're going to go in with the second coat of the X's to make it really feel like a painting. And you pick out a bag that you like, guys. It can be snowman, it can be deer, it can be a woodland scene, it can be like the snowy winter scene, whatever you like. Got a hair on there. Brush hair. Brushing. I've got to get it good and dry so that I can do another coat. And this does take a little while because you want it dry. I should have tried to get my first coat just a little bit thinner, but it's okay. The only mistakes, guys, are the ones we let whip us. So we're not going to let a little bit of Mod Podge whip us. Now, I'll see if I'm going to hold it where you can see. Yeah, you can tell. See that? Now we're going to do the same thing over again. I think I got it mostly dry. Where's my brush? We're going to do the same thing over again. And this time, I am going to try to go with just a tiny bit thinner of a coat, because we already have one coat, and I'm going to be more pronounced with my X's. Or pay more attention, I guess, to them. But it is going to be so amazing. And this is the reason see how glossy it looked? And I used matte Mod Podge. If I had used gloss Mod Podge, it would have been like in your face shiny. And I didn't want that. I wanted it to look matte. I was hoping it would be a little bit more matte than this, but hey, it's okay. But I just want to see my brush strokes. I want to see them. And my frame just so happened to be gold. And I went ahead before I come live and painted another coat of gold over it, because it was an old frame. It's one I've had for a while. So I painted another coat of gold over it, but then we're gonna make it match the painting a little more. But luckily this painting has gold in it. Okay, so I'm making sure I can see my brush strokes. Okay, now let's get this coat dry, and then we're about ready to put it together. So exciting. But you can do so much with these gift bags, guys, and they have Dollar Tree. Now, I haven't looked a lot at Walmart and places, but the Dollar Tree gift bags are gorgeous. So look and see for $1.25. I mean, you can have what looks like an actual Christmas painting. Amazing. But make sure you use a chip brush so that you'll have the strokes and you can see the paint streaks. And you can even feel it. I mean, I wish you could feel it. I wish you had feel-o-vision. Because you can feel the strokes. Okay, that one spot right there is not dried really good yet, but see if you can see the strokes. I don't know if you can see them, but oh, it's so amazing. So amazing, because it looks just like it. Now here's my gold frame. And let's see, and like I said, I'm wanting most of this Christmas tree, because I absolutely love that Christmas tree. Oh yeah, it's gonna fit perfect. I'm going to put it all the way over into that edge. And then what I'm going to do, because I can kind of see it, I'm going to press down and I'm going to just take my colored pencil and mark up in there. And it may mark up some of your paint where it hadn't dried, your glue. But that's okay. Making sure I can, yeah, I can. No, I can't. Yeah, I can. Oh, it's very faint though. Very, very faint. I might should have got a darker color, but that's okay. Then I'll go up there and mark. And you just pay attention to where you want it and how much of it you want. And see, my picture, luckily, with the houses the way they are, you can't even tell what's, like you won't be able to tell if I cut it just straight or not just straight. You won't be able to tell. So, it'll be perfect. Oh, I don't have to mark on that side because I got it cut to the edge. Okay. Hopefully I got it marked enough I can see it. And it tore up a little bit of my Mod Podge, but that's the part that's going to be under the little lip of my frame. If I was not live, see, I could have waited a little while. Whew. Boy, that is very light. But I can halfway see it. Get you a darker color. I'm going to tell you, get you a darker color. Whew. Boy, howdy, that is very light, guys. Very light. But it's going to be so pretty. So pretty. But anyhow, if I was doing it at home, like y'all are, you can let it dry a little longer, guys, so that your Mod Podge is not as easily scratched. But it was not going to show, so we're fine. And it's funny, I can see this top real good. Okay. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. Now, before we, apparently, some of my gold's not dry. Oh well, I got on old pants. There. I'm going to put it in here and just kind of make sure it fits before I go to painting. Look how pretty. How pretty that's going to be. Oh my goodness. And I could leave it gold, but I don't want to. Y'all know we all like to do a little bit of whatever. So we're going to take some Royal Navy, because look in our picture. Look at your picture if you get one, if you want to do anything like this. Pick out a color. See, that gold is very vibrant. That's why the gold looks good. But see all that there. So I'm going to use the navy and another chip brush. I wish I had a better chip brush up here, but that's okay. We're going to use it anyway. And my table is a mess, so I'm just going to put it directly on my table because I've got to sand this thing and start afresh. But I'm going to just take and dab it out. I just put some on it and then dabbed it on my table. And then instead of brushing up and down because my pieces go up and down, I'm going to brush across. So it just gets that navy kind of across like that. That way the gold is still very vibrant, very in our face, but we'll have a little bit of that navy that ties in the rest of the painting. I'm so tickled with that painting. And it doesn't fit, listen, it doesn't fit perfect, but it doesn't have to be. We don't have to be perfect. That's a lot of, I did a lot of navy there, so let me go pick up a little bit more there. And I also want to show you something that even if you have like a frame that's a little worse for the wear, let's just say a little worse for the wear, because my frame is a little worse for the wear in some places. And I'm just going back because I got so much navy there, guys. I'm going back a little bit and making it a little more pronounced the other places, so we don't look totally like I messed up like I did. If y'all have not followed us, guys, please follow us. And if you think you're following us, go and check, because Facebook has dropped about 10,000 people over the last 3 months. So I'm going to take my finger and wipe off a little bit of that, because that's a lot of blue there. And I didn't really want that much blue there. So just check and make sure you're following us, even if you think you are. We even got another notice from a lady this week that said, hey, I've been following y'all for a long time, but I hadn't seen you in a while, so I went and checked, and it showed me not following you anymore. So let's dry this right quick. And by doing this with the navy, we kind of tone down that gold a little bit, because I'm not a big gold person. If you are, then leave it gold. Leave it gold for sure. Okay, I think we got that dry. Let's turn him over. And I'm going to start with my Christmas tree side, because that's the side I want to make sure that I get. So we're going to hot glue in the Christmas tree side. And I'm going to go a little bit up the other side. Okay, got that good and straight. Ouch, ouch. Stick your finger in it. See, I already can see right here that I need to cut off just a pinch. See how it's not going down right there? So I can go ahead and ward that off by cutting off just a little bit. And then that way maybe it'll just fall right down in there without me having to press it down in there and make it go. Yeah, there. Because if you make it go, then you're going to have a kind of a bubble somewhere else. Like that, still a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm going to just turn it back. Put my glue. And I'm going to go ahead and glue the whole thing so that we can just lay it down, because we know that it fits now. And I'm going to just press in as I go down. Ouch. And try to keep my finger out of the hot glue. There we go, guys. Oh my goodness. That is so pretty. I don't know if you can see the brush strokes on there. I don't know how I can do it, but in person, you can see them and you can even feel it. It literally feels kind of like an oil painting. But there you go, guys. Now you can take a Dollar Tree bag. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if y'all can see it, but anyhow, there you go. Isn't that beautiful? You can almost tell. I think you can almost tell. All right, that's it. I may possibly come live again. You know, I have to go over to see Wilder every night, so I may possibly come live again. You never know, guys. You never know. But I have enjoyed being with y'all again, and we've got so much to do, so much to do. So I love you, and maybe you'll see me later. Bye, guys. Well, please share this out, okay?